What's up, guys? Real quick before we get started on this week's episode, I want to take a minute to talk about W Energy. I'm one of those guys that was hooked on those, cans of energy drink from the gas station. Those things are like $3 to $4. Pretty expensive, just not good. So I was looking for something else, and I don't like coffee. So W Energy is what I found. Now, before I could tell you guys about this, I had to try it. So I got some of this Oda's Restore Potion. This stuff is really good. And this little tub equates to about 30 drinks at just over $1 a drink. So significantly cheaper than stopping at the gas station. Now, of course, you got to mix it with water, which adds hydration to it. It's not just some chemical mix-up in a can. It's water. With a little bit of powder, you shake it up. So on top of the Oda's Restore, I picked up a sample pack. The sample pack came with Dragonade, which was good. It came with the Push and Punch, also delicious, and the Big Energy Tears, which is also great. The nice thing about this is it's not super tart or super sweet like a regular energy drink. It's you mixing it with water. It's the flavor's really good. It has great flavor, and it's about 150 milligrams of caffeine, so that's nice. The sample pack comes with 3 flavors, and then you pick your shaker. So if you wanted to try it before going ahead and buying a whole tub, that's an option. I think it was like $14 or something like that for the shaker and the sample pack that you can try. We need that hydration and focus and energy before we hit the racetrack, and this is a good option. So if you'd like to try this, go over to wenergy.com, and when you get to checkout, put Brad46 in the coupon code for a 10% discount. That's Brad46 in the coupon code for a 10% discount. Enjoy the episode. All right, y'all. So as you can see, we've got the tail lights out of Sandy here. They're all chalky, not shiny anymore. Southern fried, if you will. So I got some 800 grit wet sandpaper here. First things first is we're going to clean these off. Get them good and clean before we start sanding all that imperfection into the paint. Not paint, plastic. So get them good and clean. I know on camera, after me cleaning, it looks like it's shining up, but it's just wet. So that is not shining. 800 grit was unfortunately, was the finest sandpaper that I had in my cabinet. I would have preferred 1,000, but beggars can't be choosers, and I'm not going to go buy sandpaper just for this. That's the reality of the situation. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this 800 grit. I'm going to sand these all down good and smooth. And then we're going to hit them with some clear coat. I'm going to use a tinted clear coat on the first coat, and then a regular clear coat probably on the second coat. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the tinted clear coat will work pretty good. You can buy that stuff at the auto parts store if you wanted to tint them. But if you didn't want to tint them, you just wanted to bring them back to that, nice clear, not clear, but clear-ish, shiny, new look, you can just hit them with some clear coat. But you got to scuff them up good first and get that chalky, dead, burnt up plastic off of there. Keep the paper good and wet, and just get that stuff off of there. It'll be nice and smooth when you're done. It feels kind of chalky now, a little bit rough, but after you sand it, it'll be nice and smooth. I've seen way worse than these. These aren't terrible, actually. I've seen way worse as far as like sun damaged and chalky taillights go. Make sure you get all your edges and corners and everything. I was going to time lapse this, but I'm just going to show you, at speed so you can see it doesn't take that long to clean up your taillights or your headlights for that matter. You can do the same thing to headlights. I was going to do the headlights on Sandy, but my dad ran right out and bought new ones, so I didn't have to. It's got a little crack in it, probably from the sun damage. Not terrible, though. You can probably already see it's starting to look better just from this being wet. You might be able to see the difference on the camera. I can't tell. But you can see the white chalkiness in the water. That's that burnt plastic kind of coming off of it. That one feels pretty good. Let me wipe that off so you can see the difference just from sanding it. All right, so I just sanded that. So it's not shiny, it's dull from being sanded, but you can see how much the color changed, how the yellow is more yellow and the red is more red. So we got that dead plastic off there. So let me do this one now. You can see how quick that was. It don't take much. I mean, obviously, if your lights are faded and more sun damage, it's going to take a little bit more to get that dead plastic off of there. But probably should have did before and after pictures, huh? Like a before picture, what they look like on the truck, and an after picture. Hindsight's always 20/20, you know. I'm just dipping it back in the water to clean the paper off. Some of you might be thinking, dude, you're scratching the crap out of those taillights. But when you hit them with the clear coat, it's going to fill in all those little scratches, and they're going to look like brand new. You know what? I'll put a coat of regular clear on first before the tint, just so you can see what they look like. And then I'll go ahead and tint them. Because I want them tinted, so I'm going to tint them. All right, that one's done. Let's get rid of this water. Wipe all that junk off there. All right, now I'm going to clean it again. Good and clean. Some of the water off my makeshift paint table. All right, so there's that. While those dry, I gotta find my clear coat. So this stuff is nightshades. It's for tinting taillights. And then this is just regular clear. So I'm gonna shoot one with regular clear. There's not much in this can, but you'll get the idea. Hopefully these two don't go against each other and this doesn't peel like crazy. Crap, might not be enough in here. But you get the idea. Look at that. Obviously, you can buy better clear from the auto parts store, better than just regular old Rust-Oleum from the Tractor Supply. But there you go. You get the idea. Chalky old tail light. What looks like a new tail light. That's what you're doing here. So I'm going to spray this other one with the tint, and then I'll come back and spray this one with the tint so that they match. But you see how quick it goes. I mean, I got to wait for that to dry, and then I can put it back in the truck. Easy peasy. This is going to do the same thing, but with some tint. The thing with the tint is you want to put nice even coats on, because the more coats you put on it, the darker it gets. I'm just going to do one coat. I don't want it to be super dark. That's it. It's as dark as we're going. So let that level out. See if I can match it. This one looks a lot better. It's pretty close. I don't know if I got any more in here. There we go. Just like that. Couple of tinted taillights. Wait for that to dry, mount them back in the truck.